And this video is brought to you by UpCloud and their simple pricing structure. If you have a simple predefined plan that you need, they have those. But if you need a plan that does not fit those predefined plans, they also have a flexible create your own plan that is available. Click the link below for a $25 credit on sign up. All right, what's going on, boys and girls? And as you can tell, this is part 2 of can't game on Linux, because guess what? You can't. At least that's the argument that is always made. You know, the last video I showed some alright games, but you know, they weren't big budget or AAA type games. There are a lot of indie games and a lot of indie shovelware and garbage. So I wanted to try some of the bigger titles that everyone talks about that you can play, some from different genres and stuff. So let's see how well these actually potentially play on Linux, and you know, maybe we might get some type of decent gameplay. I highly doubt it, because you can't game on Linux. They proved it right. I proved it right last time, so I'm just going to prove it right again, that you just can't game on Linux. Okay, so as you can see throughout this entire video of montages that I've played, like, there's really no good games on Linux. There's no fighters. There's no third-person action games. There's no third-person shooters. There's no, there's no JRPGs. There's no take your pick. There's no big-budget games that you can play on Linux. I mean, the fact that these are designed specifically for Windows and they only work on Windows is just... Why would Linux users try to play these games when they know they can't? At the end of the day, do note, totally sarcastic, totally don't mean a damn thing of this. What I view this as is all recorded on this machine, played on Linux, zero configuration was what I was going for, barring the enabling of Proton. The only game out of all of this that required any configuration whatsoever was Resident Evil 6, and it was one folder in that entire game directory, and it was a replacement for the movies folder, and that was it. So before any Windows users or Mac users, oh, that's not gaming on Linux. How many times have you screwed around with registry hacks and edits to get stuff to work for games in Windows? How many times have you had to have that stupid little DLL for that game that just won't work? I think there's one, I think it's Dragon Song, that does not play at all on Windows 10. Will not play unless you screw around with it forever to get it to work. There is a ton of games like that. So before any Windows users come in with their superiority complex and I can play all my games, I'm going to call bull on that. So at the end of the day, the biggest thing that it matters is whether or not you have been entertained and you are having fun. Does it matter the platform that someone decides to play it on? If it's being played, it doesn't matter. Novel concept. Again, these are hobbies. These are supposed to be fun, entertaining, and an escape from the stupid crap that goes on in the real world. So why do we always argue about this nonsense? If someone's happy gaming on Linux, let them. Just be glad that they're gaming. If someone's happy gaming on Windows, be happy that they're gaming. If somebody's gaming on Mac, some way, shape, or form, let them be happy gaming on a Mac. That is what gaming is about. Having fun, not having a superiority complex about platforms and all this other nonsense. So this entire two-parter was to show that if you're going to talk about it, actually do it. Because a lot of the pundits that are talking about gaming on Linux don't actually do it. You get these guys that talk about, oh, well, gaming on Linux sucks and all this other stuff, and they don't even attempt to do it because they're so used to their own way of doing stuff. So try it before you actually open your mouth and a bunch of crap comes out, because that's what most of you tech pundits that are looking at Linux as a gaming platform are doing. Yes, this is not Windows. Here's the reality of it. These are games, programs that are not natively built for this platform, and they are running usually on par with their actual developed platform counterpart. It's not about what you can't play, it's about what you can play, and be amazed by that.